Hi everyone, today I have my sister Emer here and we're just going to show you how we put in her hair extensions. We found one of my earliest videos was how to put in hair extensions, and at the time I was only learning and I didn't even turn around to show the back. So that was pretty bad. So we decided that we'd re-upload it and make it useful so that you could see exactly how to do it step by step. So I hope this is helpful and enjoy. The hair extensions came from Hairspray, which is a hair shop in Ireland on Wicklow Street. They're available online as well, but just be careful that you're not that you get yourself colour matched, because it can be a bit of a disaster buying extensions online otherwise, particularly if your hair isn't coloured. We just went in because it was Emer's birthday and that was what she wanted. They're €79 for a full head. They also do kind of things like ponytails and bangs and fringes and stuff, which are really fun. Alright, so I hope you enjoy. Emer's hair is very, very thick. This is what her hair looks like after just adding a tiny bit of mousse, so it already has a lot of body. When I add the extensions into my hair, I have to add body and volume and curl everything, so I'll do a separate video on that if you've got thin fine hair like me. But if you have hair that has body, just make sure you put a product in that brings down the frizz and makes your hair a little bit more manageable. I'm not going to straighten it or anything like that. That's something that we sometimes do, but because Emer is going to wear her hair like kind of, you know, messy beach hair, we're not going to bother doing that. So the hair extensions we're using just come in 2 wefts like this with clips on the back, and there are 5 clips on each one. So before you start, just make sure all your clips are open and ready to go so that you don't have too much hassle. I've also styled these actually come straight in the box, but I've styled them before we started. So if you want to see a video on that, just let me know and I'll do that, but it's easy enough. So all I have to do with these, instead of having like 4 different wefts, I have 2. So I'm going to section her hair. Now, because of the length of the weft, it goes further than ear to ear, so you're going to need to put this in a little bit higher. So I'm going to start about 3/4 of an inch above her ear, and I'm going to section. I'm using it just a tail comb. The line doesn't have to be straight, but if you use your fingers when you've really thick hair, it might be a little bit more difficult. Here at the top in a grip, I would use one of these or a Jaws clip. I wouldn't use a hair bobbin because hair bobbins can leave weird lines in your hair. Okay, the next step is really important, especially if your hair is freshly washed. If you just add the clips in now, they'll very likely just slide in the hair. So I'm just going to back comb a little bit at the roots. Next, I'm going to take some hairspray and I'm just going to lightly just spritz that. Hair is freshly washed and even the teasing won't stay in. Okay, before you start clipping anything in, you're tempted to kind of just put the clips in and start clipping. You want to just line it up first so you make sure it's in the right place. Okay. And what I do is I just mark kind of mentally where the center clip goes. It's already open. And you just clip it into the back comb section, and then you're just bringing it around. Okay, so there's the last, the first stage. I'm going to section the next piece of hair, and for the next weft I'm going to go 1 inch above that one. I'm going to do the same thing. Just spritz of hairspray. measure the clips again. Let the rest of the hair down. So the rest of her hair blends in well with the extensions. I'm just going to use a large curling tongs, and I'm just going to do the ends. This is a real haphazard process. Don't make them all even and think about curling. You don't want the curls up here. It's just to blend in with the rest of the hair. To do the front, you want to curl these away from your face. If you have kind of curly hair, you just add a little bit of mousse in there. There's no need to style it. I'm not going to over style because Emer's hair is fine. I'm just going to take this little bit and curl it away. I'm going to do the same with this side, just with one piece. You can straighten the front if you want. Sometimes it can be a little harsh if you're not soft with their hair straighteners. If you don't, so I'm just going to add a little bit of bend rather than a bit of curl, just for a little bit of tousled effect. How's it look? Good. So there we go. That's an application for kind of wavy curly hair extensions rather than straight ones. Emer's hair has never been coloured and has about 20 different colours in it, so when we put the hair extensions in, even though they match the darkest shade in her hair, you can see the difference between her own hair and the clip-ins. You want it to be more wearable and get away with the colour difference. Curly is the way to go, and it's also handy because they can already be styled. You can just stick them in and then you're ready to go. So I hope you enjoyed this and hope it was helpful.